The Pioneer reports from a new day of the confliction between Russian army and the Ukrainian army. Hello to all of you. As you know, the Ukrainian army's counterattacks is continuing. During this counteroffensive, the Ukrainian army achieved significant successes at many points. In a moment, we will try to convey Ukrainian army's achievements to you on the map as well. According to the latest reports, Ukrainian troops are continuing offensive operations at 4 points of the front line, which has a length of about 1,000 kilometers. Especially on the Zaporizhia front line, there are quite fierce clashes between Ukrainian soldiers and Russian soldiers. We see that the Russian defense lines in the region have been greatly disturbed. The buildup of the Ukrainian army in the region seems to be working. So, what is the latest situation in the region and across the front line? Let's take a look at the developments together. Before moving on to our map report, I would like to make a little reminder. As the Pioneer, we continue to pass on to you the details about the Russia-Ukraine war. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so as not to miss our report map and the daily reports. I'm also reading all your comments. I would be glad if you continue to express your opinions about our content in the comments. The Pioneer reports. As you can imagine, today we will start our report with the Robotny section of the Zaporizhia front line. First, I would like to pass on to you the latest data we have on the presence of the Ukrainian army and the Russian army here. Local sources are sharing quite remarkable reports about the Ukrainian and Russian presence in the region. Let's show you the Robotny region on the map. 28,000 military personnel of the Ukrainian army are stationed here, including Robotny. The situation of the Russian army is a little difficult compared to the Ukrainian army. According to the reports of local sources, the presence of Russian troops in the region is only about 16,000. We clearly see that the Ukrainian army is numerically advantageous here. Now let's take a look at the latest point reached in the confliction between the two armies according to the latest reports. As you can see on the map, the Ukrainian army has greatly expanded its dominance around Robotny. Here you can clearly see the areas of dominance of the Russian troops are decreasing. In addition, the Ukrainian army managed to overcome the first defense line of the Russian army in this region. The crocodile teeth defense mechanisms on the route to the second defense line are slowing down the progress of the Ukrainian army a little. However, despite this situation, the Ukrainian army continues to struggle to liberate more areas from Russian occupation. Now, there is another important point in this area of the front line. That's Verbov district, too. As you know, the Ukrainian army had started to open space in the direction of Verbov as part of the front expansion works. The efforts to expand the front in the direction of Verbov have yielded results faster than expected. Ukrainian troops are quite close to the center of Verbov. The Ukrainian army has reached the western borders of Verbov. However, this is not the only advance of the Ukrainian army around Robotny in the region. As you know, the Ukrainian army was also attacking Novoprokopivka, located south of Robotny, in order to develop its dominance area in Robotny. According to the latest reports, Ukrainian troops have reached the outskirts of Novoprokopivka. Intense clashes are taking place in the region between Russian troops and Ukrainian troops. According to reports of local sources, the Ukrainian army came very close to victory here. In particular, the operations carried out with the support of Ukrainian artillery units causes heavy damage to the Russian troops. The Ukrainian army continues to have the upper hand in the region. While clashes were taking place between Ukrainian infantry and Russian infantry, Ukrainian artillery units were continuing to keep a large area in the region under fire. According to the latest reports, Ukrainian artillery hit Russian positions located in Zherebyanki, Nesteryanka, Kopani, and Novofedorivka and Robotny. I would like to continue our report with the Wohldar section of the Zaporizhia front line. As you know, the Ukrainian army was attacking Russian troops in the region through various routes. In recent days, the Ukrainian army has carried out an attack on a region that has not been much affected before. This point was Volodny. Here the Russian troops retreated, leaving several hills under their control to the Ukrainian troops. Thanks to this, the Ukrainian army began to seize new footholds to the west of Stromoyorsk and Yorkheim. In addition, some of Ukrainian troops stationed in Stromoyorsk were shifted to the west of the region, that is, the borders of Bolotny. We can predict that the Ukrainian army will carry out more violent attacks on this region in the coming days. However, it is possible to speak of a clear superiority of the Ukrainian army in the region. Among the architects of this superiority, of course, are the Ukrainian artillery units. Ukrainian artillery units continue their operation in this region without slowing down. According to the latest reports, Ukrainian artillery units continue to hit Russian troops in Priyodny, Zavitny-Bezhania, Starolivka, and Novodonetsk, which are located in Wuhldar part of the Zaporizhian front line. It is reported that the Ukrainian artillery attacks in the region have caused heavy damage to the Russian positions. Now I want to continue our report with the latest situation on the Bakhmut front line. The Ukrainian army continues its siege strategy in Bakhmut. The south of Bakhmut again had a very eventful day. According to the latest reports, artillery units of the Ukrainian armed forces are continuing their operations in the south of Bakhmut. Let's first look at the Bakhmut front line on the map. Yes, as you can see, today we will talk about the Klishchivka, Kordomoivka, and Andreevka region again. Recently, Russian troops had captured several positions belonging to the Ukrainian army near Klishchivka. However, the Ukrainian troops have taken back these positions. The Russian troops had to withdraw from the positions they had gained. We can mention that the Ukrainian army maintains a tactical advantage in the region. So far, the Russian army has not been able to achieve any significant success around Bakhmut. Of course, the Ukrainian artillery units have a great effort in this. Ukrainian artillery units are severely restricting the mobility and operational ability of Russian troops, especially with their operations over the hills dominated by them. According to the latest reports, Ukrainian artillery units continue to hit Russian positions around Bakhmut. Ukrainian artillery continues its attacks against Kordomoivka, Klishchivka, Andreevka, especially the city center of Bakhmut. We can mention that the attacks of the Ukrainian artillery units have kept an area of about 8 square kilometers under fire. And what do you think? Do you think that the superiority of the Ukrainian army in the Robotny region will cause the Russian army to withdraw? Do you expect the Ukrainian army's attacks to continue? Do you think the Ukrainian army will be able to reach the militable target? Mention it in the comments. I'm reading and caring about all your comments.